Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do the monthly forecast for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for the month of October 2018. I can't believe how fast time is going. I hope this video finds everyone in good spirits and in good health, and that you enjoyed your 2018 September reading. So this is a general reading for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Aquarius Rising signs. For the month of October, I'm doing an improvement spread today. It's just a 5-card spread, but I find it really illuminating in the direction of perhaps confirming a direction that you're headed in around self-improvement, or it could inspire you. So hopefully you'll find helpful and healing messages in the reading today. So what does Aquarius need to know for October 2018? Aquarius 2018, October. All right, Aquarius. As always, I'll use the bottom of the deck for general energy for the month for you, and of course get jumper cards from the Oracle decks following your 5-card reading today. Look at this, Wheel of Fortune, holy smokes. So an opportunity that comes once in a lifetime is yours in October. You might have anticipated this, or this could come out of the blue for you. We'll see if there's any sudden action cards here. There could be a Tower that comes up, or there could be a Death, or even Judgment. Let's see what happens to the rest of your reading here, whether that's sudden or expected. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune, a 10, so endings, beginnings. A cycle has come to an end. Something is about to turn over and offer you a new opportunity. Again, once in a lifetime here. So if you've been putting something off, this is really my go-to when I read the Wheel of Fortune, you know, on its own, here outside of a specific position in a spread. I think it's kind of a reminder. It's a gentle reminder. It's like now or never. And not to be dramatic, but the concern around this card would be procrastination, right? You know, why would you be putting something off that is the door or the window could close to this? For you to really reach for the stars here. Whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune, we are dealing with a major arcana here. This isn't just, no offense to all the aces, but this isn't merely an ace that's, you know, being offered to you. Maybe the spark of an idea, the spark of something, something fresh, you know, an opportunity, a realization. It's a lot more than that. This could change the outcome of your entire life and the people that you share your life with. So if you have anything swirling through your head when I say, look at the beautiful ace, when I say procrastination, that's what this is addressing, okay? So anything having to do with putting something off. Whoa, Aquarius, let's get the last 2 cards out. Yeah, you're feeling, look at this. You're guaranteed success. There, I'll say it. You're guaranteed success. Please, it's whatever's going on in your own head right now, whatever you feel fatigued about. It's weird because I'm reading this like it's a 9 of Swords, and I know it isn't. It's a 9 of Wands. I'm just giving you a little bit of interpretation with everything that I see here, and then we'll get into the respective positions. But the 9 of Wands here is the only heavy card. This is heavy energy. It's defeatist. It could be considered procrastination, okay? Especially right next to this Wheel of Fortune, which is like, okay, what are you putting it off for? Really exciting reading for you. I think you know exactly what you need to stop putting off. So that's really cool. in your heart of hearts. Again, this is a general matter, right? So relationships, finance, what your soul calling is. We're looking at soul or spiritual issues here. So what is your soul calling? And consider whatever you're about to get into here, whatever you're about to, take by the horns here and really go for it. Even if we don't have the magician here, right? So, you could feel on some level underprepared. I do feel that this is sort of, it's like a purposeful, it's like being in your own way, which, again, it's just procrastination. I don't think you're necessarily, doing the blame game. I don't see that here at all either. I just think that the time is now. Whenever we see the Wheel of Fortune, again, there's this essence of this is affecting something larger than yourself, larger than, your own desires, your own commitments, your own dreams and goals, really. This could really be the difference between setting something else off. Think of the ripple effect, or the butterfly effect, or however you want to frame that. It's almost like something else in the world, either whether it's related to you or not, insofar as you can perceive that. It's almost like something else is being held up by virtue of you not moving forward with something that you've probably spent some time on already. You've probably put a little bit of energy or even money into already. That's what I'm seeing here. The other cards are absolutely gorgeous. You've got so much support, so much emotional and spiritual compassion and desire. And it's like this pureness, this pure desire, this pure energy really needs to be expressed here. As I said, we're not seeing the magician, so you could feel as though, or you could be perceiving the situation around following through with something here that is really going to be a game changer. Again, I think that when I say that and it sparks something in you, you know what that is. I think you may feel disempowered somehow. I don't know where that's coming from, but I really do feel strongly here that it's really more about your attitude or your narrative, even a sense of like the work behind it, like this is going to take just a little more effort. So, and I don't think you're necessarily afraid of the effort. I think that you're putting it off, honestly, because you feel or think on some level you're not prepared for the outcome, which is success. And it's like a lot of people can say, well, I'm afraid of success. And 50% will say, well, why? Well, because I might succeed, right? The other 50 are, well, why am I afraid? Because I might fail. Failure is what actually gets people excited. Failure creates challenge. There's almost like, there's a bring it on attitude to that. When you look at success, there is oh God, I've achieved this, now what? It actually can create, it sounds counterintuitive, but for many, many people, and you can even read the biographies of some of the most well-known people, I don't care what their discipline is, it could be acting, a science, anything in between. They've sometimes put things off because it's either the people around them trying to talk them out of it, or they put it off because they didn't think they were important enough, or they didn't think they had what it took. But one amazing thing that I'm finding recently for myself, and I would really encourage other people to pick up this attitude, is to suggest that the world is conspiring for you. Okay, instead of conspiring against you, that everything is conspiring for you. So maybe keep that in mind this month, Aquarius, and I think you'll be able to more easily get through what you're experiencing here if there's any holdup. So let's get into each card in its position. As I mentioned, what you already do well. Love and compassionate. You're already interested and competent around highly spiritual matters of the heart. knowing exactly how your cup is filled, knowing what it's filled with, knowing what you have to offer. You know yourself and your heart really well. No one is confused by this. Maybe there could be a part of that as well. I think depending on what you're doing, there could be an essence of like, is this who I really am? Especially if you've changed a lot over the last couple of years, maybe you're just getting comfortable with who you really are. This person with a huge heart who only has the best to offer someone else and only wants to receive the best. Around a heart issue, around, again, spirituality, spiritual issues. This is also a very healing energy. I think that a heart has been healed here, or you have the capacity to heal hearts here. So just exceptionally beautiful energy. It's also the indicator that in its position here, what you already do well, you already know how to seek out heartfelt opportunities, or these are always available to you. If you feel for some, especially, and I don't see any fire, well, there is a fire, okay, 6 of fire here, but there's no like celebrity cards here. If it has anything to do with being seen, right, you can be, by virtue of you being an air sign, more humble than your opposite sign, Leo, but you're no less charismatic, right? So this could just be an element of, if I go for this and I find myself in this new cycle of being seen or being appreciated for what I have to offer or who I really am because it's sincere, what is that going to mean in the long term if fame does follow, or if notoriety does follow, or success, okay, however you perceive that, does follow? This is really early into the game, and we do have a 2 of Cups here as well. So I think your heart about this project or about this issue as a general matter is sincerely pure, Aquarius. This is a pure endeavor for you. Whatever this huge, turnover, this, this massive once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you is pure. And I think that that whatever that opportunity is does come from a place of pureness. I don't think you have to explain that to anybody. And you have nothing to prove, and maybe that's part of it too. It's almost like, again, I feel like you might be condemning yourself to, perfection in the way that you perceive that, a sense of perfection. It's interesting to me as well to see these 2 9s, this gorgeous, independent, financially, maybe even, emotionally as well, bodily independent. You have a lot of strength here, your assets, money, very probably your own health. This is a really strong, independent card. This is, I'm going to plow through, just one more day type thing. So 2 9s that are really coming from different places, but they can serve each other. These can serve each other, and they're so close to the 10. Like, this has to be followed through, because I think it might be chewing you up. And you don't want to get mad at yourself or regret wasting an opportunity here either. And then here on the, lower on the elemental totem, we have the Ace and the 2 of Cups here, which is really all about purity. It's all about presence. It's all about, the essence of what that element is. And water is emotion, nurture, compassion, intuition, a soul space, pure heart space. Again, with spiritual matters, a spiritual understanding, spiritual awareness. Being or feeling blessed is another theme around the Ace of Cups. And here, of course, with the 2, because it's the soulmate card. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or condemned in some way and moving forward with this, I do think very strongly that this is more about a perceived inability than it is a real inability, because in what you need to work on, it is this remembering how independent you are, remembering all of your resources. This could very well be easily in this spread, in my opinion, be replaced by the Magician. This card could be replaced by the Magician. It's almost like what you need to work on is merely just recognizing what it is you already have available to you or in front of you, or that you can accomplish in a very short period of time. You know, this isn't small potatoes. This isn't a 2 or 3 of Pentacles here. This is, you know, you're one step away from reaching a legacy. So just keep going, keep building. This is something you've been working on for quite some time. You've already even surpassed the 8, which is the diligent, hardworking, dedicated, skilled craftsmanship, right? So whether this is writing or acting, or this is a love affair, or traveling, or a blog, or health, or healing, we are dealing with a pentacle. We do have some fire here as well. This could be sports. This could be media, somewhere where you'll be seen. It could just be about a personal project that you find intimate and heartfelt. Like, it doesn't have to be, like I said, you don't have to understand, and it's not like I don't think any of us could anyway. You don't need to understand how this is going to impact your future or someone else's future right now. The fact that this is so heartfelt, coming from the heart, you're surrounded by expressed affection and love and support in pursuit of this dream or goal. You're the only one in the way. I don't think you need to see whether or not it's going to be quote unquote successful or not. I think by virtue of you following through with it, no matter what becomes of the behavior, will be successful. And I mean, you'll always have another dream too. Let's just say you achieved what you've been working on for a long time here tomorrow. You don't think you're going to wake up with another goal or dream, or try to enhance what you've done or build upon? I mean, this is highly foundational. Like 9 out of 10, okay, Pentacles, the 10 is the legacy, the achievement, the wealth, the, when I say legacy, I mean like you have made a name for yourself. You will probably be able to care for your children and grandchildren with the assets that you have commanded here. So this is an enormous achievement. But because you're at a 9 here, it's saying you're at a 9, it means that you've already gone from the 1 to the 8. You've already worked really hard. You've put a lot of time and effort and energy into this, and you have enormous support. External resources. Everyone is your soulmate right now. Everyone that you know and cares about you and this project of yours supports you. You are honestly the only person in your own way. You're the only person who feels like this is a little bit of a burden. There could be some, I mean, it's the wounded soldier, okay? Like, the bottom line around the 9 of Wands is this is someone who could be exhausted, right? From this project in particular, from life in general, from the stress of what may befall after what's said and done, or if you follow through. But I really think it's fear-based. It's low vibrational, and it really doesn't belong here, especially next to these gorgeous, like I said, even the colors. I mean, look at that gorgeous, teal blue next to, I mean, you have to hold on to that star, hold on to that dream. So the difficulties or the challenges don't get the best of you. External resources. Yeah, I don't even think you need to reach out to be reminded of how blessed and supported you are right now. I think this is going to be evident to you. You probably have some of your best friends, or at least one other person in your life. Your soulmate can be your friend, family member, can be an animal, who's told you over and over with regard to this Wheel of Fortune project, or theme around you taking a calculated risk toward your soul future. What you, in your heart of hearts, can offer and provide, and you know better than anyone that no one else can duplicate is this. And it's what you already do well. So maybe don't second guess yourself so much around this, and maybe don't get caught up in issues of perfection or even failure and success at this point. I talked about this card at length. I am just going to mention that it's in the internal approaches. This is how I know that this is coming from within, that this is, you're holding yourself back. Again, for whatever reason, it happens to the best of us. But you're almost there. As you know, the 10 does follow this. And the end is in sight. The castle is just up the hill. You've got a burden to carry, but you can do it. I think it's, like I said, it's definitely fear-based. It doesn't serve you. It needs to go. Look at your advice, this gorgeous victory card. The only other one that would match this, in my view, is a major arcana. Of course, it's the Chariot. So this is where you want to be. You minimally, okay? So let's just say by the end of October, you accomplish the first stage of, or any stage really, of what it is you're going for gold here around the Wheel of Fortune. It's gonna be met with success, just 100%. Now, is it going to, the success that you envisioned? Probably not. You're still early into it. You have the finishing touches to put on this. You've kept yourself back for a long time. So once you get over this hurdle, I think initially you'll feel successful, but I think it'll be less about the outcome of the project and more about, oh, I got over my own stuff. Success. Because what we want to see here in terms of advice or outcome is we want to see the Chariot. So maybe in a couple of months, I think this will be a taste of it, honestly. This will be a taste of success, like getting over yourself, getting over a hurdle or a burden or perfection or whatever that is that's holding you back right now. Or, your wild imagination, the worst as opposed to the best. Again, I really want you because that's your underlying energy for the entire month, the Wheel of Fortune, I really need you to remember that the universe is conspiring for you. There will always be trolls. There will always be haters. There will always be exes who, they may play havoc in your memory. You may be thinking of a family member who doesn't want you to succeed. There could be just a deep, dark voice in your own head. Again, that's fearful of this somehow. But remember that you're almost there. You're dealing with 2 9s here and a 10. So completion is yours. It's just around the corner. And it's also, I think it's something, because it comes from a soul space, this is a really pure soul space here. It's something you already do well, remember. You're guaranteed success, right? You're guaranteed success. So maybe just work from that perspective. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Love life, creative life. So anytime we see love in this deck, we can switch that for creative. If this is a love affair, this is really important for you to start at the start here, of course. Heal family issues. Maybe get some counseling or continue counseling here. I don't think you need to let someone back into your life that you don't want, but forgiveness is key to letting the pain go. So it's not the same thing as reuniting with your abuser. It is healing an old wound, whether or not they ever say sorry. But it is a creative venture as well. I think that sometimes we can creatively address family issues and forgiveness. So if this is your cup of tea, try that. Maybe do some writing, singing, drawing, artwork, exercising, really anything that gets you out of your head and helps you express forgiveness. Our parents really did do the best they could with what they had. For some reason, this is impacting how you're moving forward here. You might be holding yourself back because of parental control or because of the influence of the parent here. We can forgive them for not being perfect and for not being what we needed. But ultimately, it has more to do about you than them anyway. Some people will never say sorry, ever. And that has nothing to do with you. That's not on you. That's them. So yeah, for some reason, some Aquarians really needed to hear that this month. It's a really good project to get involved with anyway. Forgiveness and healing work is really important. I'll be putting out some videos on that in a couple months as well to help you along there. Retreat. Yeah, I'm going to suggest that retreat has to do more with this. You know, you want to pull back from any feelings of inadequacy. Pull back from feelings of inadequacy. Time is up, right? Time's up. No one feels bad for you, Aquarius. And if you do, it's a waste of time. It's time to recognize who you really are and how you're approaching the situation and how really loved and supported you are. And friendships could be changing in the month of October, believe it or not, for you. This looks like a really friendly card. It looks like, oh, I'm getting together with all my friends. It's curious. You may end up finding out more about a friend here that you can't tolerate, or they can do that to you. It could have been part of the process and moving forward as well. It could have been like, you know, if I do or say this, or if I really follow through with this dream or goal or take this by the horns, it's going to upset the apple cart. It could very well be. You could even be doing something regarding talking about your parents and really tick somebody off. And that's, you know, that's the fear. You don't want to put anybody off or anything like that. But you can just be honest about it. And maybe if you do the forgiveness work first, you can come at it from a heart space, a loving space. You know, I forgive this person even though this happened to me. And then by virtue of doing that, you can help other people out of their pain as well. Higher power. Yeah, I'm not even kidding here. I said that at the very, very start. The Ace of Cups will always be an incredibly spiritually powerful card to me. And then, of course, it's followed by the Two of Cups. So you have so much spiritual and source support here. I think this is something you were kind of, if you feel that this matches your vibration right now around your project, it could be something that you were just born to do. Obviously, this is about healing and high vibration energy. I don't suggest anyone go do something that's harmful. If you feel you were born to do something harmful to yourself or someone else, that needs to be adjusted. That's low vibration, and we don't need that on Earth. We need high vibration healing. So as long as it's coming from a deep soul heart space and you feel protected, yeah, of course, there's fear, 100%, right? Nine of Wands. Fear, low vibration, literally the opposite. It could be a struggle this month to get over these two energies, to balance these two energies, Aquarius, but I'm telling you, you're going to be no one's best friend, least of all your own, if you don't take this chance. This has to be completed. This has to be done. Okay, so have a little bit of faith in yourself that you can do this. I trust that you can do this, and I trust it's for the greater good, that you're about to offer something healing and magnificently powerful to the world, and success is yours. Consider that the first part of this will be success, and that the Chariot will appear for you, that undeniable awakening that not only are you successful, but you've created success for others, everyone in your path. So that is your reading. I'm excited for you. If you have a second, comment below. Thanks for watching, subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, sharing my videos. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this work. Until we meet in the next video, take excellent care. Bye for now.